What's up, beautiful people? How you doing today? It's your boy Zik Nwanganga, and this is Fired Up KC, bringing a purpose to you. How you doing today? Sunny outside, beautiful, and I hope you're outside. Today, we got two guests in the house. My English is really good. I got my main man B-Willy. Make some noise, B-Willy.
What's up, world? It's my first time on the radio.
Woo! Make some noise for B-Willy. He's my guy from the block building. Dude is good, massive artist. He sings good, he raps good. So y'all are gonna see all that today. I got my girl here, Carolyn Kovar. Carolyn, make some noise. I don't know where you at.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone. How y'all doing today? That's beautiful. I love it. Hey, okay, let's get right into it. Carolyn, how has your day been so far?
It's been good. It's been busy. It was a hard day at work.
At work. Okay. You working with Congressman Carolyn Kovar?
I am. Yeah, I'm in charge of 8 interns right now, so it keeps me on my toes.
Whoa! I should come intern. I need to come intern.
For real though, we're taking applications for fall.
Okay. Y'all need someone with some swag, because I bring all the sauce in it.
Yeah, we need a little more swag. you can whip them in the shit.
Awesome. This is beautiful. All right. Carolyn, so is your TEDx talk out yet? Is it out?
No, I keep waiting. Darian somehow got his out already.
Yes. I saw that.
I don't know where you got his plug from.
Come close to the mic.
Come close to the mic.
Just come close to the mic. Yeah.
All the way up here?
Yeah, all the way up there.
You do it. Oh, yeah. Can I bring it down?
Yeah, bring it down. Yeah, then come a little bit this way.
Right.
Come a little bit this way.
This way?
Yes. There we go.
All right.
This is how we do it. Yes, going back to what you were saying. Yeah. So, like, Derek, because I saw him, his own is up already.
But I think he had, like, a videographer doing it just for him, specifically Derek.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. So it's not from TEDx itself.
No. It's posted through his YouTube channel, so we're still waiting on the TEDx plug.
The main one. Okay.
Yeah.
How does that all work out? Did they have, like, approve some things with it, or?
We had to do a bunch of disclosure sheets before, but now, like, it gets posted on the main TEDx channel, so that's the exciting part.
Wow. So I can start and see Carolyn up there doing it.
Yeah,
I want to hear it. Like, I really want to hear the, because I wasn't there, but my guy, Caleb, he was there for the show. Like, he started.
I met him there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Caleb is awesome. Shout out to Caleb and Callie, man. Peace, bro. Okay, let's get right into it. So Carolyn, give us a brief description about, because I think I saw you on Facebook, and I saw your your talk about you being a resource to people living in impoverished neighborhoods. Give us a brief. Who is Carolyn Kovar? Like, who is Carolyn Kovar? Where do you come from? What's your passion? How far you come so far?
So I gotta preface this. I'm not a resource to anyone right now.
Okay. Yes.
I'm putting in the time, so eventually, someday, I can be a resource.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Someday, I can leverage the privilege that I've been given, to give people who don't have a voice.
Okay.
So the main points of my TED Talk was those who control the narrative, control the outcome.
Okay.
So it's all about sharing the mic that I've been given with other people, so they can have access to communicate what they want for their communities going forward. So that's why I want to do city planning. Okay. So it's planning out like housing, resources, giving them the things that they want to get the opportunities that they want in the future. Wow. That's what it's all about. Sharing the love, sharing the power back.
Wow. That's awesome. Like, how did that all start?
I mean, it started slowly with experience by experience, but I think it's all about the person-to-person connection. I mean, the relationships that you have with individuals shapes who you are. The experiences you get to have that shape who you are. So for me, going to Germany was a formative experience, seeing the way that they interact with refugees, the way that they interact with impoverished conditions, and then wanting to go back and change stuff in my own community.
Wow. The way you just slid Germany in there, it's like, I went to Germany. Like, you start from the top. Like, Like, you can't just say, I went to Germany just like that. You tell us, how did you get to Germany and what happened in Germany? You can't just slide that in. It's Germany, man.
I mean,
tell us about it. How did you get to Germany? What happened?
So I studied German a little bit in college. And then I studied abroad there for 4 months. Got to go to a German soccer game, which was fantastic.
Wow, that's a German soccer game.
Yeah, Germany versus Istanbul, but I was on the Istanbul side. I was a little afraid for my life. It's like, the Turkish flags.
Okay.
But it was fantastic. No, I went to Germany for a semester in between transferring because I wanted to get right in my mind.
Okay.
Kind of figure out what I wanted to do.
All right.
Going forward before I transferred to UMKC.
Okay.
So I came here fresh from Europe. I was inspired. I was ready to go, and I just tried to keep that momentum going.
Wow. So what was it that actually shifted something about you that made you be like, yo, I gotta do something? What was the thing that shifted your experience in Germany? What was the one thing that got you like, man, we have to do something?
I mean, I can't speak for all of Germany, but there's a lot of hostility towards refugees.
Okay.
And there's a lot of resources that aren't given. And I saw that, but I was an outsider. So I wasn't able to change anything around me there.
Yeah.
But then I realized that coming back to the States, I am a citizen, I have power, and I can change the system. So that's what I came back to do, to change the system. That's why I want to get into policy.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Man,
that's
that's
the goal.
Whoa, man. That's the beauty of it, you know, and that really inspires me because it's more in the line of what we in our generation needs to do, where we realize what we have been given and acknowledge it and use it for the better of other people and not being like, oh, why me, why this, and why that, you know. Like you do music, like you can use your music as an avenue to help people in impoverished places or be more of like a voice for people who can't speak, you know.
Absolutely, that's the goal. You know, I'm trying to move people with every song I write.
Yeah.
You know, I got a voice.
Yes.
And when you can put it out there, that's how you change the world. Stand up for what you believe in.
Yes. Because I think our generation needs people who can stand out and say, we stand for the right thing. Because if no one says it, no one would do it. And the reason I'm inspired by both of you is because you're young as I am young. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that things are started. It's better started when you're young than when you're old, because when you're young, you have all the fire, you got all the passion, you know, you got the age on your side, and you have more time to do more stuff. I don't know if you guys have heard about Gary Vee.
Yeah.
Gary Vee.
I like Gary Vee a lot.
He's on the edge, but I like his vibe in the sense that he wants just to go get it regardless. Even though he doesn't care about nothing, no one thinks about him, and I love that. But the thing is, our generation needs people like Carolyn Kovar, people like Britain, who is like, yo, I'm young, but I want to get it, right? So, Carolyn, tell me. So, how did the TEDx thing come about? How did you get to the TEDx thing, and how did that all work out?
I mean, standing there ready to get on the stage, I asked myself the same question. How did I get here? So, I started at TEDx. It was a surprise. Okay. I got picked from one of my classes at UMKC to be published in the undergraduate research journal here.
Okay, wow.
So I had done some research on flash mobs in the plaza and the way that they came about because of the legacy of inequality in our city.
Wow.
And it was people's way of protesting. So Samara, who heads up TEDx Rock Hill, read my piece and thought it was powerful. At that point, she didn't know who wrote it.
Wow.
And she said, I like what this person says. I want to include them in TEDx. And then she found out it was me, and she reached out to me. She said, this is what we're going for. This is our theme for TEDx. And, like, this is how I think that your piece fits really well with that.
Wow.
So that part I said, okay.
Wow.
If you say so.
So you were not even focused on TEDx. It came to you.
I was so surprised. I was so surprised when I got that email.
Wow.
I had no idea it even existed. Yeah.
And that I think that speaks volumes. Actually, that speaks volumes because, you know, a lot of people are so focused on success that they don't even do what they need to do.
Right.
And you were just being you.
Exactly.
And
so it all kind of became organically because the original research piece came about because one of my best friends was in the middle of one of the violent encounters that happened on the plaza. And that was what led me to write that piece. I hadn't even been thinking about it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
Wow.
it all kind of just came one after another organically.
So it had something, the piece was not something you did for a class. It actually touched you in some way because of your friend.
Exactly.
And I think that's the beauty of it, actually, having something that connects with you and not just doing, because it's easy, you know, like me and Britton were talking about, like in our kind of class, it's easy to like do accounting stuff, do numbers all day. But it's one thing for you to have a class that connects to what you are and who you are and actually do it because you want to do it.
Shout out David Lloyd.
Shout out David Lloyd. Man, David Lloyd is, man, he actually called me 2 days ago and we spoke on the phone. I'm like, yo, this is the legend on the phone, you know, and I love him. And, you know, just being able to do and be passionate and not just being in class, just existing and just getting the grades. And I love that vision. What do you think? I guess the question would be, what do you think is the right way to go about because in your future you want to become a resource to help people in impoverished neighborhoods. What do you think is the way to go about it? What do you think is probably maybe a solution to that?
So that's something I go back and forth on.
Okay.
Like, how best can I go?
Okay.
How best can I be led? One thing would be to go into politics.
Okay.
I've definitely thought about it as I work in a congressional office, and I love it.
Wow.
I love it.
Okay.
But another thing would be to work for a nonprofit that does advocacy and lobbying work.
Okay.
So there's a lot of incredible nonprofits in the South that do justice and defense work for those who can't afford lawyers, like criminal justice defense.
Yes.
And those kind of resources, they're on the front lines defending those who don't have any weapons.
Wow.
You know, those who are tried unfairly, convicted unfairly, put away in prison for forever.
Yes.
And these lawyers come alongside them and say, you may not have the resources to pay me, but you're here unfairly and we should get you out.
That's what Kim Kardashian's up to these days.
No way, really?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
she's freed like 10 or 15 people already. Just because she has the power and influence, she's using it to get some of these people out.
Yeah, because I heard about that with Trump and I think it was, I don't know her name, but it was like this lady that's been in prison for a long time. And it was, she needed like a plea or something. And Kim Kardashian gave it to her. And, and man, I love that. I love that people who have those resources have the power using the resources for the good of the people.
Absolutely.
Where it's not just, for themselves. Let me reach myself, but thinking,
Exactly.
Thinking forward in the future, because I think another thing for me is like, being able to forecast the future, know that there are going to be kids coming after you, there are going to be grandkids coming after you. What would they have?
What will they receive? What will they inherit?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Like what we enjoy today is what the grandparents did. The cars we drive today was what Ford did. The laptops, Bill Gates, the iPhone, Steve Jobs. And the question is, we in our generation, what are we going to leave for the next generation? And that's what I'm about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I actually have a friend who, you're talking about the lawyer, and I have a friend who, she's a lawyer, but she's in nonprofit. So she actually helps people, cases and stuff like that.
Right.
And I think it was probably about a week ago, I spoke to this lady, her sister had like a court case, and for her to, hire like a lawyer, like a really qualified lawyer, it was about like $20,000 or something like that.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
So much. It's so
I was like,
expensive.
dang, I should never get in trouble.
Yeah.
If you can't afford it, you're stuck with someone.
I should never get in trouble.
Defender.
Yeah, they just
Exactly.
give you any sentence, and that's crazy. That's insane. That means you should I'm just gonna stay home, because if it gets to $20,000, you just put me in jail. I ain't paying $20,000. That's a lot of money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think it's a problem that we don't see today. It looks like it's under, but it's happening because it's not affecting
because
us.
those are not the vocal people.
Exactly.
Those are not the people who are in the media every day.
Exactly.
You don't hear about them as often. Yeah. So the same thing is happening in Kansas City. There is a huge foreclosure crisis happening, but because the prices for homes are too high.
Okay.
So people get kicked out on the curb with no repercussions.
Wow.
So there are lawyers who are actually going down to the courthouse who volunteer their time. There's a nonprofit here, and they help defend these people to get them justice and get them homes. Yeah, so that's something in the KC local area.
Wow. And this is happening underground. No one is talking about it.
I mean, there's a little documentary.
I don't know about it. I don't know about it. That's me. I don't know, but it's not them. They're doing their job. It's me. I don't know about it. It's not their problem. It's mine. I'm the one who's like oblivious about the whole thing. But that's the beauty of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's using something you have to help another person.
Exactly.
And I'm always about helping the next person. I'm always about helping the next star, like B-Willy, the next KC top rapper, the next US top rapper, and Carolyn Kovar, the next governor of our state. Like, I'm all about that. You know what I'm saying? And it's the beauty of it. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know who it is. You never know who's going to be the next person. You never know who's going to be on that platform. And if you help them out, they're going to help you out. You know what I'm saying?
I'll never forget you put me on.
You already know. It's my main man, B-Willy. Hey, you already know. I got my main man, Gus, in the house, too, guys. Gus is in the house, too. Make some noise, Gus. That's my guy there. Hey, also, shout out to Veda. She couldn't make it today. She has some emergency. But shout out to her. Hey, I hope you're safe. Please be safe. But yeah, so getting right back into it. What is it like to work with Congressman Emmanuel Cleaver?
I mean, it's interesting. Every day is different.
Yeah.
That's what makes it so exciting. So yesterday we were filling boxes for veterans. Last week we were in a soup kitchen. I mean, every week is different.
Awesome.
Yeah.
The street is named after him, right?
Yeah.
What exactly is that due to? I just wonder, like, do you have some background on why they named the street after him? I have no idea.
They chose to name it after him, because there's like no streets named after anyone from a minority. We've been doing a research project on this.
What?
There's like 5 streets in all of Kansas City named after anyone from a minority. That's just an aside. But people petitioned to have it changed to honor him because he was the first African American mayor of Kansas City, Missouri.
We did not know that.
Yeah.
I did not know that either.
Because Kansas City is actually a very southern town and it's had a pre-racist history. So
Yes,
it's like a huge milestone. So like people petitioned to have it named after him. He was also a civil rights activist.
Yeah.
He marched with MLK.
Yeah.
So,
That's pretty dope.
Dang. Hey, I was talking about this on the side, but you can get me to talk with him at some point. You know what I'm saying? Like, get me on the side with him. We can talk with him. At some point. We can do a rap music. Like, we can do a rap together. We can collaborate, do some rap music. I'm just joking, but because he just I didn't even know you worked with him before. I just met you because I saw your piece on Facebook, and I'm like, yo, she's going off, and I like it. And I'm like, yo, I need to get her on the show. And then you told me you were working with him, and I didn't even know a lot about him. But being able to connect with, you connecting with him and what he's done so far, and I love that. Man, that's how did you get about that as well? Like, how did you get the intern, or how did you get into that?
It's all connections. I mean, the whole world is connections. So I had interned at World War I. And current city council member Jeff Jolly worked at World War I too. Okay. So it was a league to a league into his office. I see. Yeah, once I got in, I mean, I'm just there. I've just stayed because I love it so much.
Wow! So you're gonna connect us. So since it's my connection, so you're gonna connect. You're gonna be that bridge. So,
put me on.
Put us on. Like, put us on. Real quick. I love it. Carolyn.
Yeah. So right now I get to work on immigration casework there. Today I met with 2 people who were refugees from South Sudan.
Wow.
Yeah, trying to petition to get their family members over here.
What?
That's gonna be hard to do.
It's really hard to do.
Right now.
Wow.
It's an uphill battle, but they put these people through the ringer, and it's our job to.
Yes. Wow. You're doing major stuff. Like, you're doing big things. Like, right now, I'm like, I think I should just start going out and feeding people on the streets. Like, Carolyn Kovar is she's taking over. I need to go do something. Like, I need to go out there and it's like, help people. Like, I hug them and I'm like, yo, let's do this. Like, I just need to help you. Dang, that's crazy. I love it. Man, that's awesome. Like, I keep asking because I just, I really want to know, like, how did you become this person who wants to help out? Because it's rare. Like, it's rare to see someone who actually wants to use their resource to be a resource to other people who don't have the resource.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What? How did it come about?
I mean, I hate to be this person, but, like, I do go into this in my TED Talk. So.
Okay.
Keep an ear out.
Man, she just did all.
I just did a shameless plug there.
She just did a plug. He's like, yo, go watch it. And I'm like, okay, now we should go watch it. So tell me, do you think there's a role for young people to play in this? Like, do you think?
100%. I think that's the most exciting about all of this. Like, maybe sure there's some problems in politics now, but like, you watched the last freshman class of congressmen and women, 100 women entering in from like all different minorities. Like, the world is going to be a different place. Yeah. The United States is going to be a different place. Like, the next generation is the generation of the dreamers. Dreamers are going to come in and they're going to be the next round of legislators, and they're going to shake this world. Like the old white man's dynasty is over.
Yeah, I'm so tired.
That time
I'm ready for that to be
done
for.
Yeah.
Because, man, that's so
I think
true.
it's so exciting.
It is exciting because the young people today are diverse. Like, they did not experience the things that went on in the past, so that did not affect them.
Right.
I'm going to go a little bit cliche, but it's more of like the children of Israelite, right? The old people died, the young people came through, and I'm not saying people are going to die. I'm just saying that the new generation is here. You know what I'm saying? Today we're here. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So yeah, because I mean, looking at the the way even marriage, when it comes to maybe organizations, companies, schools, it's more integrated more than before. It's more like people are more diverse in things they do.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And this generation is definitely going to make a difference. And seeing people that I know doing stuff, like it makes me feel like, okay, it's actually happening. It's not in the air. It's actually a real thing. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely love it. I definitely love it. What do you so you're getting a degree at MKC right now. What are you getting a degree in?
So my degree right now is in history and urban studies.
Okay.
But after I graduate, I plan on going to Atlanta, Georgia, to do public policy and planning at Georgia State or Georgia Tech.
Wow. Okay.
It's a long way away.
Wow.
I know, but Atlanta's where it's at right now. Music, culture, everything.
Wow. So you just like KC behind me, Atlanta.
It's too small.
We're trying to put KC on.
It's too small.
We're trying to put KC on one day at a time. It's an uphill battle.
Yeah, it's an uphill
We gotta
battle.
support local artists.
I mean, I'm born and raised KC. There's love. There's so much love in my heart for KC, but I gotta go bigger. I gotta go big. Go big or go home.
That's true. But on the other side, B-Willy, what were you saying about that? Like, tell them what we at. Support KC.
Support KC. One of the, KC has more than enough talent to pop off and be a big city like Atlanta or LA. Not as big as LA, but I mean, we have the talent, and people just don't support local artists as much as they should. Like in those places, they do, and that's the difference. And that's.
So who's gonna be Kansas City's J. Cole and 21 Savage?
It's gonna be me.
You guys are right here. You are asking the right person
right now.
Yeah, he's right here. Like he's in front of you. Like he's the next one.
That's some pretty big shoes to fill, but
I'm trying to be president too. So
he's gonna make it bigger. He's gonna make it.
Are you gonna run against me?
No.
If I have to.
Yeah, we got.
If I have to.
I'll be the referee. I'll be like, yo, Carolyn on the
What got you into rapping? Just wondering.
Jeez, a long time ago, dude. I was really raised on old music. I love 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. That's what I was raised on, and that influences me a lot. And then once I got to middle school or high school, I started listening to rap because that's kind of when it started popping off, like around here.
Yeah.
And I just met some friends that did it, and they kind of took me under their wing, and now I do it too.
Wow. Like, so I heard you sing. Like, you can sing too. That's how did you take a singing class?
I played piano and guitar since I was about 5 years old, and I've sang since then. So the rapping I've only been rapping for like a year.
Whoa!
Piano and guitar and all that for about 15.
Whoa!
So I'm definitely more than a rapper.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about naming my project that.
More than a rapper.
More than a rapper.
Ooh, that's gonna pull some waves. So what do you think is, because like I know there's a lot of artists, there's a lot of talent in KC, there's a lot of resource in KC, but it's not popping up. What do you think? Is it like we're not working together, or do you think it's just
there's just not a lot of people that go out to like local spots and listen to local artists and support them and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
People are listening to what the radio's playing. People are listening to what's on Billboard and not what's, grassroots KC. Like Rory Fresco, he went to my high school and he probably popped off more than anybody out of KC.
My boy, Detsa, Justin from the track team. He did a song with Rory.
Oh, he did a song with Rory?
Hills, yeah.
Rory. Shout out to Rory.
Wow. Dang. So I think another thing too is like there's no platform to put people on. And this is what Fired Up is for. It's a platform to put people on the spot where we're not just having rappers rapping on the streets, but we're having the rappers on the streets on the show where the world can see them and what they do. And I think that's where it starts, where you have some kind of platform that puts people in the right mindset. Because this show, for one, is about purpose, and the reason why it's about purpose is because there has to be a why. And whatever you're doing, if you don't know the why, you won't get too far. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically what I think the thing is too is in KC as well, there's not really like a big something that's popping on this, like something that's like lit. Like
we need a culture. We need to cultivate a culture in KC.
Exactly.
And it's better than it used to be, but still got some work to do.
And that's why we need Carolyn Kovar and politics to help us get that politics money and that connection on the side to get us pop off and not go to Atlanta and leave us down here. But hey, the truth is, I believe that if wherever you need to pop up from, it's important, but always remember home, you know what I'm saying? Because, you get what I'm saying? Because it's one thing to leave, but it's one thing to leave and come back. Because once you come back, if you leave and come back, there's respect for that, for being able to come back and recognize that, we the realest. You know what I'm saying? 100%.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Gus, hit us. What you got for us, Gus?
What's poppin'? So I have a couple current events for you guys. The first one is for.
Speak in the mic.
Well, I guess you both can speak on it, however you guys feel, but I went the public policy, public administration type of way.
All right.
Because I knew Carolyn was coming. So I don't know if you guys know about the thing going on with abortion and women's rights and stuff. I know it's a hot topic.
It's a hot topic.
Yeah,
Let's talk about it.
I know the other day I passed by the plaza and they had a march.
Yes, they did.
So, as of May 31st, 9 states have signed laws significantly restrict access to abortion. So I just kind of want to know.
Missouri, who shut down every single clinic.
Yeah, Missouri is not as far along as I thought they were.
Wow.
We're living in it's a little backwards.
Dang! Whoa! What do you guys think about that? What is your perspective on that?
I think it's a woman's business.
Mm-hmm.
I think that old white men should not be making the laws on women's bodies.
Mm-hmm.
It's not their job. They'll never be pregnant.
Mm.
That's not their job. It's
Amen.
between the woman and the woman.
Amen.
You're preaching right now.
It's not that I think shoot, I forgot what I was going to say. Move on.
I'm so excited.
It's fun.
What about you? You should have a strong opinion.
Yeah. What you got, Carolyn?
I mean, I think that there's the scenarios.
Okay.
I mean, the health of the woman,
Mm-hmm.
incest, rape. These are obvious scenarios,
Yes.
and I think when you break down and you make it all are prohibited, that's a dangerous place to be in. Especially when you look at, as he pointed out, who made those decisions.
Yeah. Wow.
And I think that we have to be thinking about when the child is born.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to save the child's life so bad, what kind of life are you going to provide for that child? I think we got to shake it down to that point. Are you pro that life when that life is born and it doesn't always do what you want it to?
They're just
Are you pro that life when that life is coming across the border? Are you pro that life when you're locking it in a cage?
Wow.
These are some hard questions that you need to get asked.
Yeah.
So there's no, I don't know how it goes actually. I read just the beginning, just kind of throw it out there. But if it's like rape and something, you're still not willing
It's
to.
completely prohibited.
Wow,
There's
it's
no
ridiculous.
clinics. There's nothing completely prohibited.
When you think about it, like the Republicans that are trying to cut abortion and all that are the same ones that are trying to cut like government-funded programs that help out kids when they are born and when they're born into impoverished families. It's a lot of impoverished families are the ones that are getting the abortions. So they just want them born. They don't care about them once they're born and what conditions they're in.
Wow. I mean, you guys have said it all because I think there are two perspectives to it. But I believe that even like sometimes the worst situations that we have, like kids who are born out of wedlock, became the great people that we know today.
Yep.
So there are certain situations where the people that were not in the right environments became the people who made the change that we are living in today. So there's always two sides of every story.
For sure.
So there's always. But like B-Willy said, I think it's a woman's choice because she goes through the pregnancy. She knows what it means to raise a baby, and I think there's two sides to it too. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you said. It's categoryless. There's different sides to it, but putting it all together and then cancel it all out altogether, it's not the way to go about it. So yeah, what you got?
My next one is kind of an interesting one. So it's titled "Why Mental Health Advocates Are Backing Burger King's Unhappy Meals." So Burger King has come out with kind of like competition to the McDonald's Happy Meal. It's called an unhappy meal.
Wow.
It's kind of catering to, I guess, in our society right now, and we have kids that are kind of, for example, I know my parents never dealt with as much as like anxiety, depression as you see now in the media. So I guess since now it's everywhere, this is their way of kind of catering them to them. So yeah, they have the actual commercial and the campaign is called "Feel Your Way." So I don't know what you guys think about it. So it's the same concept. So instead of getting a Happy Meal, there's like different categories. So one is like pissed, one is like I don't care. It's kind of weird.
What is it trying to do? What is it trying to do?
That's the question. The question is, are they trying to? Is it like a money grab thing, or is it?
Are they trying to
it's a business, so they're always 100% about a money grab thing.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
It's about a money grab thing. It's about a money grab
Yeah.
thing. Because what that's doing is it's feeding unhealthy behaviors that we all do. I mean, you eat when you're sad, you eat when you're tired. But like to feed into that, to say like kids, instead of facing your emotions, trying to deal with them, like trying to face them, like why do I feel this way? It's training them to eat.
Eat some burger.
Eat some burger. I don't know if that's a healthy like decision to set our kids in from a young age.
Wow.
It sounds very American.
They're trying to overtake McDonald's.
Wow. That is crazy though. That's crazy because something like depression is something deeper. It's not on a physical level. It's not something you can eat a burger. So it's not something you can eat.
And you're gonna have to eat a lot of burgers.
Yeah, like a whole bunch of burgers, which is unhealthy as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, which is unhealthy.
And what the article talks about as well is that I guess doctors don't see it as bad as you think because they say it's kind of like normalizing the fact that we can talk about this stuff. So they're going to the opposite way. They're actually saying like, oh, it's even if it's a money grab, at least we're putting it out there so people realize like, oh, it's okay to be happy, this and that. Which, I don't know how you guys feel about it, but when it comes to either eating a burger or being on Xanax or, anti-anxiety pressure pills, it's...
Because balance is off.
And the problem, I mean, you're probably going to be eating that burger anyway.
Yeah.
So it's not like...
I mean, I'm not going to be eating a burger anyway, but it's just...
you gotta just go that
I just, on the other side. It's just something, it's personal. It's not on anyone. It's personal. But what I'm saying is this, like what you said, like putting someone who's taking Xanax and eating burger, like it doesn't weigh. It's not the same weight. It's like something serious and then it's a joke. All of a sudden eating burger, because that doesn't help. That's more of like if you have tuition problems, go home and drink water. It'll be okay. Yeah. Like you have to have real solution to the problem, and it's not a burger. Like how many burgers can you eat to kill depression? Like how many? You have to like chug it in. You like just keep chugging the burger in, and at the end of the day, you get more depressed because you get fat. So that's on the side. But what else you got?
And then I got this one from my boy B-Willy.
B-Willy?
Heard about this, but JC's become the first rap hip hop artist to be the first billionaire.
Ooh.
Oh, Jay-Z? Yeah.
So him and his wife Beyonce combined, they are worth $1.4 billion.
It's not bad for selling crack in New York when he was 12.
Wow, yeah,
so,
bro. That's a long way.
Rags to riches American dream.
Yeah. What do you think you learned from that, B-Willy? What does that give you? What does that
Jay-Z? He's smart with his money. There's hella rappers out that'll get a little check, they'll get a little advance, and they'll blow it all on a chain or a car. Or half these deals people are like terrible, legally speaking, contracts, and they just blow their money trying to flex, Whereas Jay-Z is invested in art. He's got real estate. He owns his own like champagne company.
It says his fortune comes from liquor, cash investments, art collections, Rockaware, which is his clothing brand, I guess. Right. Real estate, Tidal, which is the streaming service.
Wow.
Rock Nation, and music in general.
He's brilliant
wow. Man. I feel like we don't hear a lot from him. But he's just on the ground working. Like
behind the scenes.
He's just behind the scenes pushing people out. And I think that's the beauty of it. Like building people up and building not buying chains and stuff like that. It's where it's at. Like the thing that would take your legacy forward is not chain. It's not a house. It's the people who you leave after. Like who are you leading? Like who's gonna replace you when you're out?
That's why Nipsey Hussle. That's why his death was such a big impact. He was doing so many good things for his community, and he wasn't buying chains. He was invested in real estate. He was doing it the right way.
I've watched a few of his with Gary Vee, like a few of his interviews, and he's like always showing like, yo, we're building this house over here. We're doing this for the kids. We're doing this, and it's like he was in the community helping people think a different way, and that's what I think it should be about. Taking pop culture to be a strategy to help people find purpose, right? Help people become self-confident and not be, I just listen to one music and I'll be okay. But actually think about what they're doing and be able to, like Jay-Z is doing, invest. Because back in probably 2000, if you say you were going to be a musician, a rapper, your parents would be like, nope, you're not going to do that. You're going to go to school and get a degree. But like seeing Jay-Z popping up as a billionaire, it's changing. Like if you want to be a rapper, like yeah, go be a rapper. You should be. I don't think you should be a lawyer because it's going to take you 8 years. You should be a rapper. Maybe in 2 years you blow up. You should do that. And it's funny because culture changes because of what people do, right? Which is what we're talking about today, making changes, changing the culture. Mm-hmm. And I think another thing too is like when it comes to soccer, because soccer right now, we got Cristiano Ronaldo, big money in the house, you know what I'm saying? And back in the day, because my brother played soccer as well. Like when he was trying to play soccer, my dad was like, no, you're not doing that. You're going to school. He was like, I'm not going to go to school because I want to play this soccer. And when he started playing soccer, getting that good money, he was like, okay, I think you should keep playing soccer. And it's like today, I was talking to a friend of mine, he has a kid, and I was like, yo, your kid is going to be, he's like, well, I was like, what is your kid going to be when he grow up? He's like, he's going to be a soccer player. Like, he's going to be a soccer player. And I'm like, dang, that's times change. You know what I'm saying? Okay. You got another one for us, or are we good?
That's about it.
Okay, we're good. Okay, so let's get probably, after this, probably one question, we'll get into your performance. So Carolyn, like, kind of tell us, what are you aspiring to do? Where do you see yourself going with what you're doing so far? And what do you want to do for the community in the future?
So whatever community I plug into, whether that be in Atlanta or here,
wherever you are. It's not, I'm not saying at KC, I'm saying wherever you are, what do you want to do for people?
So my research is all focused on housing because I believe the zip code, like where you live, impacts the opportunities you live in, the education you get, the schools you get to go to. So I want to do housing reform. That's why I want to get into planning. Okay. Change up so that people have access to better neighborhoods, better housing, better conditions, safe, equitable home, and safe, equitable school and job opportunities. Just to kind of level the playing field racially, economically, so that these dreamers that we were talking about have the chance to speak up.
Wow.
So whether that be through politics, whether that be through a nonprofit, whether that be through planning, we'll see from here.
Wow, that's awesome. I think there's also this thing about you, I'm going to say that. There's this sweet purpose within about you where you're like, you know where you're going. Like, it's like you got this focus, but you're human. You know, you're not like, I'm a nerd and get away from you. You know what I'm saying? Because people do that. Like, when people, like, are that focused, they'd be like, I'm a nerd, I got my books, and you go away from me. But you got that, you kind of, like, know how to merge the two, where you're like, you can have an honest conversation with people. Like, you can have a friendly conversation with people and not be too nerdy about it, which I love. That means you can relate with people and you can do what you're doing. And that's the beauty of it. Have two sides to who you are, where you own your business, but at the same time, you're Carolyn Kovar. You know, you're Carolyn before you're Carolyn Kovar. Carolyn Kovar is going to be like a political name, but when you're Carolyn, you know what I'm saying? B-Willy, get us right with it. So, for you, what do you see going forward? What do you want to do? What do you want to do? What's the move?
I'm spending this summer just writing music. I've been really diving into the piano a lot this summer. I'm trying to learn enough songs so that I can play at people's weddings and sing in like events and all that. You know, I'm hoping to have a project out, a little project, an EP or something out by the end of the summer. But I got a $350 speeding ticket. And broke my friend's TV, so we'll see about that. If the funds come in or not. But
$350.
Yeah, not cheap.
Darn it. Yeah, darn it. That's some amount of money. That's some amount of money. I got some parking ticket on the side, so still have to figure that out. But where can they get you at, Carolyn? What's your plugin on Instagram or Facebook, or where can the people find what you're doing and follow you up and know what's going on?
So Insta's definitely my favorite. It's going to be CG, and then it's my last name, Kovar.
Okay, so
it's nice and simple. It's easy.
So it's, do it again.
CGKOVAR.
CGKOVAR. Okay, I'm going to put that in the description as well so you guys can know where it's at once this video drops. Let me see here. So where can they get you at, B-Willy?
You can find me on Instagram at Britton_2. That's BRITTAIN _2. Twitter's the same. Nope, I don't know what my @ is on Twitter, but my SoundCloud is at B-Willy Sounds. If you type in Roll It Up Tight B-Willy, it'll come up. Right. Listen to it. It's fire.
Yeah.
Fire.
Hey, did you guys enjoy the show? Because this was good. I enjoyed it. This is the vibe. You know what I'm saying? And I think the thing I enjoy most about it is it's young people with young people. You know, it's people pushing it from the ground up. Even though Carolyn's going to Atlanta, but you know, it's people pushing it from the ground to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying?
Atlanta's selling out.
Yeah.
On KC.
We're gonna be giving you the all through the day. We're gonna be talking about you going to Atlanta, but it's neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's UMKC. Carolyn, you were studying UMKC. B-Willy, you were studying UMKC. I'm studying UMKC. Gus studying UMKC, and we are pushing from UMKC to the world, going to Atlanta too. And it's beautiful, man. I love it. I love the purpose. I love the vibe. I love the vision and seeing people kicking it. You know. Hey, thank you guys for coming today. Thank you, Carolyn, for coming. Thank you for vibing with us and getting the hip hop in on the side. You know what I'm saying? And thank you for what you're doing in the community. And I love it. I love your passion, your vision, and where you're going. And hey, B-Willy, keep it real, because we can get it popping. And my main man Gus in the house today. Support. Shout out to Vader. Be safe where you are. Shout out to Caleb. Be safe where you are. Today we're signing out right now, but it's Fired Up KC. Hey, stay fired up and always pursue your purpose. Don't forget to pursue your purpose. We are signing out now. Bye bye for now, and see you guys next time. Next Tuesday. Tune in.